Is the Dark Knight too late? Will his most hated evil doppelganger be able to pull off the greatest caper Gotham has ever seen? Well, let's hop into the pages of The Batman Who Laughs, issue number 5, and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so this story starts off the way most great Scott Snyder stories do, and that is with a discussion about architecture and proper city planning. I kid, but not really. You see, Bruce thinks back to the very first time he ever held a token in his hand from the Gotham subway line. His father loved the public transportation system very much, especially how, unlike in other cities, everyone in Gotham all paid the same fare. They were all the same, all pulling together for the same goal. It's a lesson that Batman carried over into his adulthood and especially into his time fighting crime. He is Gotham, Gotham is him. Granted, he's not exactly feeling that lesson right now as the SWAT team at Blackgate Penitentiary try and fill him with bullets. They think he's the Batman who laughs, while in reality the real Batman who laughs has already escaped. You really can't blame the poor SWAT guys though. They're scared and Batman is becoming more and more monstrous as he absorbs more and more Joker venom into his body. In fact, even to escape this situation, Batman has to tap into his dark side like never before. First, he uses the discarded corpse of the Bruce Wayne from an alternate universe to absorb the bullets, then threatens the lives and families of the SWAT guys if they don't let him leave, which they of course do because they're scared to death of this Batman, even if he's not the Batman who laughs. Now over with Commissioner Gordon, he's not doing much better. He's being hunted down by the Grim Knight right now, who has a heck of a bone to pick with him from his own universe, and just to really twist the knife in deep, the Grim Knight has gotten together a bunch of multiversal Robins to hunt Jimbo down. They're not just any Robins though. They're actually versions of his son, James Jr. from the Dark Multiverse. Yeah, it seems that in the Grim Knight's world, Jim Gordon's son actually goes to work for the Grim Knight as a Robin. After all, doing so gave him the perfect outlet to deal with his own desire to kill. Who ends up saving Gordon though? Well, his own actual son, James Gordon Jr., who's actually been having a heck of a redemption arc in the back of this series, although you have to wonder for poor Jim who scares you more, the Grim Knight, the Killer Robins, or your own flesh and blood son who's come off his meds to try and help. Now, where did the Batman Who Laughs get off to? Well, probably the last place you would think. He's gone to the maze to go talk to the Court of Owls, who, let's face it, this poor cult has been getting a hell of a beating over the last few years. The Batman Who Laughs beseeches the Owl, saying that at the end of the day, they truly want the same thing, to transform Gotham into its true form, what it was always meant to be. Now, the court's not stupid. They know what the Batman Who Laughs is, and they're certainly not going to bend over backwards to work for him, so they decide to send their Talon assassins after him. Too bad the Batman Who Laughs saw them first, and now they're armless and more ineffectual than either. Ugh. Yeah, it turns out the Batman Who Laughs never actually had plans to work with the Court of Owls. He just wanted to twist the knife in a little deeper. Because you see, it's here he's planned to meet the final Bruce Wayne, whose blood will help him complete his serum, and that would be a Bruce Wayne from an alternate world where he became a Talon and the leader of the Court of Owls. Yeah, that's right, Snyder bringing all of his work full circle right here, right now. Obviously, this Bruce doesn't last long, but still, it's a really cool reveal all the same. Now, after that, all the good guys finally manage to regroup at the Batcave. They think they finally have what they need to activate the Last Laugh protocol and save Gotham from the Batman Who Laughs serum. Only it's right around here our Batman starts to get a little paranoid. He's lost every fight with the Batman Who Laughs up until now. The villain has always been one step ahead of him, so why was this part so easy? Could it possibly be that this is exactly what the Batman Who Laughs wanted all along? Is that why James Gordon Jr. didn't find any tampering in the city's pipes? The answer is yes, actually, 100%. This is absolutely what the Batman Who Laughs was planning all along, and now that Bruce's blood is more toxic than ever, the Batman Who Laughs thinks he can push him to press the button. In doing so, turning Gotham into its ultimate form, its true form, what it was always meant to be, not a city of light, of hope, of fresh starts, no, but a seat of power. A great dark maw with sharp teeth bared to the rest of the world. Both Gordons try and stop Batman, but they end up getting pushed aside. Even poor James looks like he gets crushed by a bunch of stalagmites. Which means as the comic winds down, it's Alfred doing everything he can to scream at Batman to not press the button. And so that was the Batman Who Laughs issue number 5, everybody, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed this issue. In fact, it might be my favorite one in the series to date. Scott Snyder does such a great job bringing so many things full circle from so much of his time on Batman. It was just a joy to read from start to finish. I think it's here too it all finally starts to click for me, this idea that Batman's true greatest enemy is himself, not even so much in he's fighting an evil version of himself, but to save the city he has to literally stop himself from pressing this button. The idea too that Gotham itself plays such a huge part in the story and that Batman and Gotham are one is a really nice callback to what Snyder did in Batman Year One, where we discovered that Batman and the city's heart literally beat together. Overall, I'd give this one a 9 out of 10. I was very satisfied, and it looks like we're going to be getting way more of the Batman Who Laughs, as he's been slated for some even more stories once this one is done. So, be sure to keep your eyes peeled to the channel for those.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Caped Joel again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Caped Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, did you know, outside just making great weekly comic videos, I'm also on several comic book podcasts, some of which are very popular. There's the Weekly Pull, which the shirt I'm wearing right now. That one goes every other Tuesday. Then there's the Elseworlds Exchange over on the Comic Pop channel. That's every Wednesday around 3 to 5, give or take. And then how could I possibly forget the Comic Multiverse, the show hosted by myself and Matt of Fortress of Solitude. That one goes live on this channel every Wednesday at 8, and also SoundCloud and iTunes later on. Be sure to check out and subscribe to those if you haven't already. I assure you, you won't be mistaken.